Welcome back to another edition of the Bread Ideas Daily Nugget. I am Trent Deersmid, and this is the daily video series where I answer your questions about how to grow your e-commerce company, as well as to give you a look behind the curtain, so to speak, as my team and I grow our business closer to our goal of $10 million a year in revenue. So today we're going to pick up where we left off in yesterday's video, which was all about why you needed a Facebook group to complement your Facebook page. And that episode, by the way, is number 58. I would encourage that you check out all these episode numbers. Here's 51, 50, 51, 57, and 58, because they're all fairly relevant to the topic that we're going to talk about in today's video. So in today's video, I want to talk about how you can gather target market data, valuable data, from your Facebook audience. So obviously Facebook has this tool called Audience Insights, and that gives you all sorts of data into, demographics primarily, age, sex, where they live, how much education they have, stuff that is not particularly niche specific. So in my niche, which is motorsports, I wanted to find out, motorsports which is something I'm very interested in and have participated in for the vast majority of my life, but it's a pretty big category. I mean, you've got car racing, you've got multiple genres of car racing, you got NASCAR, you got NHRA, you got IndyCar, you got Formula One, you got World Rally Car. Then you've got motorcycles, you got superbikes, you got outdoor, you got supercross. The list kind of just goes on and on and on. And I wanted to find out, for the advertising targeting that I'm doing, which I talked about in the last video, what type of motorsports is of most interest to these people and the people that I'm attracting? What ages are they predominantly? How much money are they making? What do they do for a living? What kinds of stuff do they buy online? How often do they buy it online? Where do they buy it from? All of that is really, really valuable data for me. So what I did was I set up a SurveyMonkey, 10 questions, and if you do that, you can get a free, you don't have to have the paid account. And then what you do, for what I've been doing, is, first of all, at the top of my Facebook page and my Facebook group, I have a pinned post that has a link to the email opt-in, which then in the follow-up series, there's an email that asks them to go and fill out the survey. Now, I've tested this a couple of different ways. I don't have enough data yet to know which is the most effective, but I also tested just pinning a link to the survey at the top. That's what I did first, and now I'm testing putting it in an email autoresponder sequence. And the good thing about that is, in Infusionsoft, which I use, if they don't click that link, I could actually send them maybe 2 or 3 reminders over some period of time. But if they do click the link, they wouldn't see the second or third reminder. In any case, for me, this has been incredibly valuable. And one of the questions I ask is, can I get in touch with you? Because I have additional questions that I'd like to ask. And a good number of the people do provide an email address and a phone number for me to get in touch with them. So I would strongly encourage that you set up a survey, and then that leads to then primary research, which is just picking up the phone and calling your target market and having a one-on-one conversation with them. I've had one fellow in particular really stood out, and he told me something that was really valuable for me to hear. And he said, because I'm trying to start this buyers club, basically like a online Costco for car guys. And he said, the thing that I would really like to be able to save money on is all my consumable stuff. And right away the light bulb went on. I'm like, oh wow, that's like a specific angle, and it crosses. If I'm selling consumables, lubricants, oils, shop supplies, that kind of thing, it doesn't matter whether they're a NASCAR fan or an NHRA fan, or if they're into sports cars or sprints, because everybody has very, very similar stuff in their shop. So perhaps, and I haven't begun to test products like that yet, but I plan to, perhaps that's going to lead me down a path to a great degree of success. So my point of today's video was, make sure that you're not just settling for what you're getting from Audience Insights, and that you're running surveys and ideally talking to people in your target market. Now, if you're watching this and you're still trying to grow your Amazon wholesale business, which is my core business, This is stuff that you should be talking to your suppliers about, having them do this on their own Facebook pages. And I say this from firsthand experience because I have been, and it was received very, very well. And of course, it naturally strengthens the relationship that you have with your supplier if you become a source of knowledge and actionable ideas for things they hadn't thought about. In the case of this supplier, they had 353 likes on their Facebook page. In other words, it was basically useless to them. Now, less than a week later, they have 15,000 likes on their Facebook page, and they're acquiring likes for a penny per like. And I'll talk about how they're doing that in the very next video. Take care. And if you have a question you'd like to submit, go to brightideas.co/asktrent. If you're not yet a member of our community and would like to receive notifications of new content that we publish a podcast as well as these videos. You can become a subscriber at brightideas.co. And if you're already in the community and you're watching this in one of our Facebook groups, give it a little love. Click the like button, the share button, and ideally leave a comment or ask a question. Thanks very much for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.